South Carolina, it is going to be loud.
And Indiana, in their man-to-man defense, they're going to look to try to not allow the ball to get in the paint. Sanaya Fagan gets it early.
Easier said than done. South Carolina leads the nation in paint points per game. Krzyzewski rejected by Fagan.
Sanaya
In the last 6 games offensively, she's shooting 77% from the field.
You know, earlier in the season against Tennessee, she got into some foul trouble, was playing a little tentative, but she's brought her aggressiveness back.
Okay, Raven Johnson. Jordan Garzon, their leading scorer. And finally, Indiana has its first point. Chloe Moore McNeil, the kick out to Chesky, 5 seconds.
She did that in 21 minutes. Just another day at the office.
Paopau's got herself another block. 5 seconds. Inside to Edwards. They work it over to Bree Hall for the triple. And the buzzer, Breezy.
South Carolina's done a good job inside to the outside. You got to get by to the paint.
Bacon. Edwards spins and turns it over. Moore McNeil finishing through contact, and she'll have a free throw when we come back. While they're really good friends, of course, when they play each other, it is all business. Elijah Fulwiley has entered the game for South Carolina, their second leading scorer. Got a takeaway. Over to Joyce Edwards.
In the first round against Tennessee Tech, over 60%, only shooting 33% here so far.
And Chloe Moore McNeil snuck inside all by herself. You know that Dawn is always nitpicking little things.
If you're going after your 4th national championship, you have to do that. Oh, that's a good shot take by Caroline Strickland.
Moore McNeil. That's impressive because she had to catch that ball at her knees.
Rotates in. She knows she's got shooters on the perimeter. Chloe Moore McNeil knocking down the 3.
Ferguson blocked in the corner by Fulwiley. South Carolina only 9 points in the first quarter, tied for the fewest in a quarter this season. Alexis Bargesser. Malaysia Fulwiley with the rebound. And the takeaway for Indiana, we were just talking in the break, Coach Peck, about how Indiana is breaking down the South Carolina defense.
Well, South Carolina knows that they've got to try to run Indiana off the 3-point line. South Carolina is going to have to over-rotate. The no-look pass to the corner, and Shea Chesky just lines it up. This is a terrific addition.
Chesky guarded by Paopau. There's a move she worked on in the gym.
A lot of confidence offensively. Chesky just breaking down Tahina Paopau one-on-one.
Miriam Dowda is inside right now for South Carolina. Chloe Kitt's on the bench with 2 fouls. And Lily Meister, I think, got a hand on that shot by Tessa Johnson. Fagan and Bree Hall waiting at the table to check in for South Carolina. Garzon is there for Indiana. Lily Meister working her way around Miriam Dowda. That was her first double figure since December 28th. 14-2 run, Hoosiers.
Indiana, they've got revenge on their mind. South Carolina trying to protect home court. Chloe Moore McNeil, yes! They remember back to the Sweet 16. If there's anybody that knows, it's Chloe Moore McNeil, the point guard right now. Indiana in charge.
Sorry, her dad on the left, Tori. Bree Hall trying to shoot South Carolina back into this ball game.
Well, I didn't like all of the shots that they were taking early. Not moving it and catching in rhythm. That's much better for South Carolina.
Oh, Fagans is taking over. Chesky the kick out to Garzone. Gotta use the shot fake when you're in amongst the trees.
Smallest one on the floor, but get the finish.
Sydney Parrish for three. Here in the second quarter, both teams have scored 14 points. Catch and shoot, Tessa Johnson, got it.
She's clogging up everything inside.
Chloe Kitts back on the floor. She had to sit down with 2 fouls early on for South Carolina.
Fagan and Tahina Paopao took accountability for that loss.
Since then, a lot has changed for South Carolina. A block by Bree Hall. Up ahead to Paopao. Layup. Yarden Garzone setting things up. She can play 1 through 5 for this Indiana team.
It's a 6'3" point guard up top.
Caroline Strickland. Great vision by Chloe Moore McNeil.
2 or 3 passes in a possession to get good looks.
They were so good at that on Friday. That's why they shot 67% from the field. There you go.
Number 2-0 goes outside, clapping for it, wants it, gets position, holds the defense off. See if Sanaya Fagan continues to go to work inside.
Chloe Kitts with a swish. Solid move from Caroline Strickland.
That's a little shake and bake.
Let's go.
It's going to be a battle. She and Fagan. Fagan, if she posts strong inside, she can win that battle.
Oh, Fagan says, look at this.
Down by 1, but when they came out, they put their cake on. Yeah, that's where I would go, to Sanaya Fagan and give her room to work. If she makes her presence felt inside, good things can happen for South Carolina. Opened up Chloe Kitts. Nothing but the bottom of the net for 3.
And a major response.
Chloe Kitts missing in that first half with that foul trouble. She has made her presence felt right out of the locker room.
She kicks it out to Bree Hall, driving in through the paint. That game will be on Friday. Paopao with the swipe.
Tahina Paopao, the quick hand from Chesky, the steal and the score. It's the beginning of the third.
Paopao said, give me that.
Defense is at another level for South Carolina.
Bree Hall buried it. Chesky. Kick to the corner to Garzone. This is a rematch of last year's Sweet 16, where South Carolina led by as many as 22. Willie Meister cutting to the basket.
But who touched it? Sydney Parrish.
I don't think in the state of Indiana they mind if you're watching March Madness at school, right?
I don't think so.
They love basketball. Garzone, patience underneath.
When they execute their stuff, they open up the floor and they're getting good shots.
Maddie McDaniel. She's not afraid. South Carolina has looked much better in the second half. Indiana led by a point at halftime, but they were outscored 26-14 in the third quarter. Caroline Strickland up and in.
the defensive pressure and having Chloe Kitts. Not having her on the floor in the first half in that foul trouble was crucial.
And Fagan knew that she'd be on the other block. Kitts with the finish. She's got 9 points, all of them in the second half.
When the ball comes to Fagan, as she makes a move, Sydney Parrish rotates over, and Chloe Kitts just...
Fagan wants the basketball.
Well, she was in the lane for quite a long time.
Tahina Pow-Pow!
Shot clock running down. If there's anything that can take the wind out of your sail, but to see Tahina Pow-Pow knock down a contested three.
They knew that one of their careers would end today. Garzone, she's like, we got 3 minutes to get back in this.
That's the thing that if South Carolina wants to advance, they got to be locked in defensively because Indiana is that team that can knock down those shots.
Joyce Edwards spinning her way to the basket.
Who has struggled from the floor in this fourth quarter, though. She's found her footing. The reverse pivot.
Chesky with 2. A shout out to her grandparents, Alice and Steve, who are watching from home. Chesky with the bank in.
Just pops out off the drive from Chloe Moore McNeil.
South Carolina opened up this tournament on Friday with a 60-point win. They set school records for NCAA tournament points, threes, field goal percentage, largest margin of victory. And today, South Carolina back to the Sweet 16.